get it booming again. You just gotta get your butt, I need to tell all you people, get your brain out of Mars. It's time to wake up.
Woo!
I may sound, I'm not, people ask me why I don't smile when I speak. I give you 3 reasons. It's time to wake up. Tomorrow's not promised to none of us. We need to get together. Without this prejudice, but we're gonna make it one day. And I've been around. That's all I'm gonna tell you right there.
Amen.
Thank you so much, Charlton.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome.
Ed Shanks drove in one day and he says, Forrest, he says, I know you're a community-minded, spirited citizen here. How would you like to join our police department? To which I went, what? Who, me? Well, within 2 weeks, I had a badge, a shirt. I carried my father's gun. My dad was a police officer back in Pennsylvania. Well, that was a constabulary also back there. Indiana County, Pennsylvania. I was sworn in, and the fellow I was supposed to ride with that night, his son got in a bad accident over in Akron, Ohio. I arrived at the township police office. The cruiser was there. There was a note that says, keys are under the back, your gun belt is in the back, drive over to Jim Barry's house, get sworn in, and don't do anything till 11 o'clock when I get home. Chief. So I went and got sworn in, and I went on the air. L1 to Alliance, I'm on the air. 15 minutes later, I get a call at a place that had been robbed, burglarized.
Town Alliance, you know, it's one of those towns that when manufacturing left, it just never came back. It's a beautiful place to raise kids. I wouldn't change it for a minute, but we sure would like to see manufacturing come back.
Downtown Alliance, it was really founded and experienced its greatest economic growth because of the railroads. There's a convergence of 2 railroads that cross in Downtown Alliance. It was known as the Crossing at one point in time. So it really prompted businesses to locate here, and there's been a change over time. As State Street became a more pronounced area of vehicular activity, economic activity has moved there, and the Downtown Alliance has suffered over time. I mean, it's been decades in the making, and that's the greatest challenge. Unlike other historic downtown areas, where the main streets still serve as a major vehicular thoroughfare, historic Downtown Alliance was never like that, and it's certainly not like that now. So what we are doing is trying to promote destination businesses, those one of a kind, that if you want to cater to a particular business, you have to come here to get that product instead of just anywhere. But it represents a unique challenge. Professionally, it took time to get to that point. Here in Alliance, there are those who have stepped up and have tried to make something out of their business in our historic downtown, and they've seen how hard it is to accomplish. I think the success of our historic downtown is directly tied to the success of the city as a whole.
classical revivals, you know, like neoclassical revival and Georgian revival and Romanesque revival and so what people use those terms, but I think it's more useful when you're trying to teach people how to look at buildings to look more at the overall form and see it, as I was saying to you before, in terms of classical or more romantic and modern. So looking here, that's more classical because of all the elements like around the cornice, and the cornice is the top of the building, and then you have the delineation of the floors there, and it's kind of like what you see is what you get. You can see.
Artists and musicians to connect with one another. You know, our community has no place to go to for that. We have no place besides Jupiter Studios for artists and musicians to collaborate. We're a college town and we're diverse, and diversity demands places like this. State Street is very essential for businesses, and yes, we do get a lot of traffic there. But are we connecting as a community on State Street? Are we connecting as artists and musicians? To me personally, I don't think we are. This Downtown Alliance is where we'll do that. And in Stark County, we've observed that happening in the Arts District in downtown Canton, and as well as downtown Cleveland. That's where things like this thrive. If we don't have it, where do the musicians and artists have to go? Nowhere, really.